What if I told you the reason you feel stuck isn't what's in your life, but what you refuse to release? Not the chaos you see, but the weight you carry quietly. Things that seem small, normal, even harmless. But they're not. They drain you in silence. You wake up tired, unfocused, overwhelmed, and you blame stress, people, life. But the real problem? You're holding on to what you should have let go of long ago. In this video, I'll show you 10 things you must let go of silently. No big scenes, no closure talks, just quiet decisions. Because the truth is, not everything deserves an explanation. Some things you outgrow, some people you outgrow. And the longer you delay, the heavier it gets. If you feel lost, burned out, or stuck, this list might change everything. Stay. One of these 10 is holding you back, and it's time to cut the cord. The need to be liked. This quiet addiction steals your voice. You say yes when you mean no. You shrink to fit in. But here's the truth. Not everyone will like you, and they're not supposed to. When you let go of needing approval, you take back control of your life. Over-explaining. Every time you feel the urge to justify your choices, ask yourself, do they pay my bills? Do they live in my skin? If not, stop performing. People who matter don't need explanations. People who demand them usually aren't rooting for you anyway. Fake urgency. Not every message needs an instant reply. Not every ASAP is your problem. Let go of being constantly available. Your energy isn't a public service. The more you answer to fake fires, the less time you have for what truly matters. Silence is a boundary. Old grudges. That silent bitterness? It's not punishing them, it's poisoning you. Every time you replay what they did, you relive it. Letting go doesn't mean they win. It means they no longer get to live rent-free in your head. Constant comparison. You scroll and feel small. Their highlight reel becomes your reality check. But most of it is fake. Filters, edits, illusions. You weren't meant to copy their path. You were meant to walk yours. Let go of the need to measure up. Mental clutter. 50 open tabs. Notifications every 3 seconds. Lists you never finish. It's not just digital. It's mental chaos. And your brain? It's drowning. Cut the noise. Unfollow. Delete. Breathe. If this is hitting home, pause for a second. Hit subscribe and tap the bell. You're not just watching. You're rebuilding. Quietly. Intentionally. And this tribe? We move differently. Unrealistic timelines. Who told you healing has a deadline? Growth isn't linear. Stop shaming yourself for not being there yet. You're not late. You're living. Let go of the made-up clock and move at your own pace. What's the rush? Toxic loyalty. Staying in friendships or roles that drain you just because of history? That's not loyalty. It's self-abandonment. You don't owe your energy to people just because they've been around. You owe it to yourself to move on when your soul's done. Remember that friend who only calls when they need something? That's not connection. That's a transaction. Protect your peace like it's your life, because it is. Quietly walking away isn't weakness. It's strength without applause. Overthinking. You think it's problem solving, but it's just fear in disguise. The more you analyze, the less you act. Let it go. Make a decision. Then move. Fast action beats smart hesitation every time. You don't need another plan. You need momentum. Guilt for choosing yourself. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to say no. Choosing peace isn't selfish. It's essential. You weren't born to carry everyone. You weren't born to explain your joy. Repeat this. I don't need permission to protect my energy. That weight you're carrying, it's not all yours. Let some of it go. The world won't collapse if you put yourself first. But you might if you don't. It's time. Quietly cut what's crushing you and walk away lighter. Letting go doesn't always look the way you expect. It's not always loud, not always official, not even a proper goodbye. Sometimes it's just a deep silence, an internal decision, a quiet moment when you whisper to yourself, that's enough. No goodbye text, no long explanation, just less weight, less noise, And finally, that inner peace you've been craving for so long. And know this, it's not weakness, it's clarity. Clarity about what's worth holding on to and what's not. Clarity about where you stand in your own life. Sometimes, strength is knowing what to release without announcements or drama. And then, slowly, the right people start to notice. They see the shift, not in your words, but in your presence, in that calm confidence, in that quiet focus you now carry. That's the moment you realize you weren't chasing closure, you were choosing clarity, and clarity sets you free. You don't owe anyone, except yourself, a real life, an honest feeling, a home within your soul where you can finally breathe. Letting go is like sharpening a blade. A sword doesn't get sharp by adding more. It gets sharp by subtracting what dulls it. The rust, the repetition, the half-hearted ties, the false attachments. So today pick just one of those 10. Just one. Let it go. Quietly. Simply. But with conviction. And let the shift begin. Not with explosions, but with stillness. Not with show, but with substance. Not with imitation, but with truth. Because real change isn't loud. Is it possible that all the chaos, the exhaustion, the mental overwhelm you're facing right now is simply because you refuse to let go of one thing?